third wonder of the world.
Hello, hola, ciao, what's good? I am Kelly Paratelli. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time and energy here today. I appreciate all the love and support I can get. I am on the road to 1,000 subscribers in hopes of monetizing this channel and making a career out of doing the things I already love to do. I do want to make it clear that I, Kelly Paratelli, am not just doing this for the money. I've already said on this channel why I'm creating this YouTube channel. It's partly for money, but it's also because I've already been doing these things for the majority of my life. For as long as I can remember, I've been a writer, I've been a poet, I've been a photographer, I've been an adventurer and a traveler and an explorer and a learner of new cultures and languages. And these are the things I love to do. I love to find beautiful things, to see new things, to learn new things, and to experience them and live them for myself. I've been doing these things for as long as I can remember, for 2 decades of my life. And I say that in my book, and I already said that on this channel. The only difference now is I hope to get paid to do the things I already love to do and live the true American dream, which is something that I hope for all human beings. So, today's beautiful video is about the Yucatan Peninsula around Cancun, Mexico, specifically the Chichen Itza Tour Part 1. Welcome to my special beautiful video about Chichen Itza Tours Part 1. This is going to be part of a trilogy, a 3-part video about the Chichen Itza tour, specifically which is the Mayan pyramids in the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico, and which was deemed a wonder of the world in the early 2000s, which they did change the wonders of the world. And so now these pyramids, which are some of the most ancient structures and architecture on Earth, and I learned a lot during this tour. So my hope is that this will help people who want to take this tour, who may be interested in seeing one of the wonders of the world, who love traveling and vlogging and photography and experiencing some of the world's most beautiful places. I am here at Chichen Itza, and it's a beautiful pyramid. As you can see, the pyramids are behind me, and it's a beautiful day. It was a 3-part tour, and that's why I'm making 3 parts to this video. One is going to be about specifically the Mayan pyramids and how it all got started, how I booked the tour, and how we took a bus from Cancun to the Mayan pyramids. So the second part of this video trilogy is going to be about the cenotes, which are caves with waterfalls that are located all over the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico that are famous. That the tour includes a guided entry into the cenotes, which in English is cenote, which we call $100 bills. Cenote, which is the correct pronunciation in Espanol, is these waterfall caves, which I have made as part 2 video to this Chichen Itza tour. So this is for anyone who's considering going to Mexico and who's making the drive or the tour from Cancun area, where there is an international airport. And so again, if you watch my other videos, I was traveling to Mexico to celebrate my 34th birthday, but there were many reasons why I was going. And this pyramid, this wonder of the world, is one of the main reasons. So anyway, I got very lucky because there were protests, demonstrations, as they call it in the Latin languages, in Spanish and Italian. And there were 2 different demonstrations / protests going on in the Yucatan Peninsula while I was there, in the months and weeks leading up to my January 2023 trip to the Mayan pyramids at Chichen Itza. One of the protests was in regards to taxi drivers in the Cancun area who were protesting Uber and rideshare companies like Lyft and Uber because, you know, the taxi drivers in other countries, they make a large portion of their money from tourism, and that supports their local economy. So you can imagine when an international corporate chain like Uber and Lyft comes in and tries to take over. It happened in the US as well. I believe it happened in Chicago and New York, where the taxi drivers were protesting Uber. So that was one reason. And the other reason, which I find to be more fascinating, is that there are actually Mayan people from the Mayan ancient culture and religion still residing in the Yucatan Peninsula today. You'll see in one of the other parts of this trilogy compilation I'm going to make in regards to this Chichen Itza tour, specifically for one of the Mayan cities that was located outside of the pyramids that they took us to as part of the tour. So the third part of the tour was a part of one of those very Mayan cities. It was absolutely beautiful. It looked like Europe. I couldn't believe it was Mexico in this Mayan city, and no one literally spoke Spanish. He said on the tour, in the bus, the tour guide said, these people in this Mayan city outside of the pyramids in the Yucatan Peninsula is so ancient. It's one of the reasons they were protesting in the demonstration. They literally do not even speak Spanish. They live in Mexico, but they don't speak English and they don't even speak Spanish. They literally only speak their Mayan ancient language. And that's why they were protesting. Couldn't believe how beautiful this city was. That's going to be the third part of my video of Chichen Itza Tours Part 3. You'll see that video is soon to come, and it was so beautiful there. Usually when they do these tours, they communicate with you on WhatsApp. And a lot of companies in other countries, and I know this from experience from traveling all over the world, they use WhatsApp to communicate their business needs to their customers. So WhatsApp is used, I used it in Peru when I booked my tour company through Peru to see Machu Picchu, my second wonder of the world. And usually what happens is, when you purchase your ticket via credit card or debit card, foreign countries for Americans will have you use PayPal. So you attach your debit or credit card through PayPal, and then what happens is usually a representative from their tour company will introduce themselves because they require you to put your phone number in when you go to pay with your credit card online. They'll look you up on WhatsApp. They require you to have WhatsApp because that's how they communicate with you. So you're gonna have to download the WhatsApp app. If pretty much any of these world wonders, they have you do that. Again, they had me do it in Peru, and they had me do it in Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. So a representative from the tour company will reach out to you via WhatsApp, texting, or calls, usually the night before, right? So I was kind of disappointed when I got to Mexico because these demonstrations were going on, and they were telling me through WhatsApp that, and online on the website, on the Chichen Itza tour website, there was a disclaimer notice on their official website saying that unfortunately the Chichen Itza pyramids are now closed because the Mayan people and the Mexican people who live there, the citizens, are protesting the Mexican government demanding that the Mayan people speak Spanish, demanding that the Mayan people assimilate to Mexican Spanish culture, and the Mayan people were saying, no, we were here first. The Mayan people are ancient, our culture, our language was all here first, and the Spanish people are not going to make us, the Mexican government is not going to make us speak Spanish all of the time. We're going to speak Spanish if we want, and speak English if we want, but we are first and foremost Mayan. That's why they were protesting and having demonstrations outside the pyramids, and we're going to keep our language, keep our culture, and you cannot make us speak Spanish. So the people were outside protesting, and again, Mexico's another country where the average citizen does not have guns. They'll see in my photos and videos that I filmed the Mexican government riding around with giant AK-47s, AK-27s, I don't know guns, but giant military weapons they were riding around with on military convoys, tanks, and giant Humvees. And they were riding around the streets with the military with a giant AK on top of the car, and I filmed it. And I thought it was crazy, but so when it comes to demonstrations and protests, you don't have to feel unsafe in the sense that there's not going to be a mass shooting like there's going to be in the US. Because the average citizen doesn't have guns. You know what I mean? So the average person who's outside protesting, it's peaceful protesting. And that's what most countries in the world do. So anyways, I got really lucky because at first I was disappointed when I got to Mexico because they were telling me that it was gonna be closed and that they were gonna have to defer the entire tour to a different Mayan ruin, which wouldn't have been as cool, and it wasn't a world wonder. So I was kind of disappointed because that was one of the main reasons I was going to Mexico, to celebrate my 34th birthday somewhere warm, but also to see my third world wonder and document it for YouTube. So I was very disappointed, right? Well, the night before, I was like, okay, I'll still do the tour, right? I'll still do the tour, and it'll still make for a good vlog, and I'll still get to see the cenotes, the waterfalls. I'll still get to see the Mayan city. I just won't get to see the pyramids, and I'll see a different Mayan ruin. Well, I'd accepted it, but I was slightly disappointed, right? Well, the night before, I got really lucky because the tour company messaged me on WhatsApp and said, you are lucky, Chichen Itza opened today, the day before you're supposed to go. So, your tour group will be seeing the Mayan pyramid tomorrow. And I was like, yes, yes. And I was super excited. Anyway, you'll see in the video, I'm very thankful, I'm very grateful, I'm very happy. Kelly Paratelli here, and I have arrived at Chichen Itza. I am here in the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico at my third wonder of the world. I am so excited. I'm very happy that this worked out. It's beautiful weather. It's very sunny. As you can see, the pyramids are behind me, and it is a beautiful day. It's something I wanted to see, something I wanted to document for YouTube, and something that I would have been documenting already because taking photos of my adventures is something that I've always done. I travel, I write, I take photos. That's what I do. To include a link in the description for the company that I purchased online. It is called Chichen Itza Tours. They have their own website. It's very reputable. It was a very good tour, very safe. We went on beautiful buses. You'll see the pictures and videos. The buses had, you know, temperature control, air conditioning, a very nice bathroom on the bus, USB ports to charge your phone, and a beautiful guided tour. And depending on which package tour you purchased, you could have an umbrella and unlimited drinks, water, alcohol, everything. I just bought the classic tour. And so you'll see in my pictures that there's a sticker on my chest that they made everyone wear to let them know which tour package you chose. I chose the classic basic tour because I wasn't planning on drinking alcohol all day. I would have fallen asleep if I'd done that, and it was an all-day tour where you kind of need to preserve your energy. And I didn't need an umbrella because I was wearing my 50 SPF sunscreen and was partly in Mexico to get sun since I live in Michigan. Anyway, a package deal, the classic tour which I purchased includes transportation from the hotel zone in Cancun. Where, as I've said in my other video, I was staying in an Airbnb with my sister Gil. We had rented a car, so my sister Gil drove me generously, kindly, to a hotel that was only 10 minutes away from our Airbnb in the rental car, right? And from that hotel, there was these giant tour buses through this reputable company where you pay with a credit card online beforehand. So it's all tracked and traced. I didn't pay in pesos. I paid with a credit card online. I had my ticket. It was all to make you feel safer, you know, about being in a foreign country, taking a tour with people you don't know. It's all very safe. Tourists do this every day. It's a beautiful, beautiful area. It was a beautiful day. The weather was great. It was hot. It was sunny. I'm filming myself. I'm vlogging. I'm documenting this beautiful journey. In line for Chichen Itza. The tour guide told us that this was the place of kings and that there may or may not have been aliens here as well. And I actually had a Mayan calendar made from the local Mayan people for my birthday, which was 2 days ago.
¿Qué? That's what we're saying.
They're allowed to be here. I'd rather give them the money.
Cobra para que ustedes puedan pasar a Ustedes van a Yucatan o aquí cerquita, aquí en Escobar o la parte de Tilum, ¿verdad? Tilum, solamente para
Hola.
Hola. The pyramids were the places that the ancient kings and queens watched the stars. The tour guides told us that they were not only making human sacrifices, but that this was the place of the gods. The tour guides told us that these pyramids were the places of the gods, the places of the aliens, and the places where they made human sacrifices to offer to the gods. They said that this Mayan ancient religion is much older than any Christian patriarchal religion, and that it's very different to them, and yet there are similarities. Also, they told us that when you clap outside this giant pyramid, the sound waves and the frequencies hit 7 times the speed of sound. I just got done with the tour. It's about an hour long through the tour company I booked, which is Chichen Itza, and it included a big buffet lunch, and now we have an hour of free time to walk around and film and take pictures. I'm very thankful for the opportunity. So again, I took a bus tour from Cancun, from one of the hotel zones. They picked us up, and they basically call your name on a chart. They make sure you're there so you know for sure that you're in the right place, and it's not some random person picking you up and trying to abduct you, which I'm not really afraid of, but I know a lot of people might be. And as a solo female traveler, since my friend Melissa did not come with me on this tour, she just dropped me off at the hotel in our rental car, and I went alone on the tour bus with the group. But when you're with the tour, it's very safe. As I said, it's all documented. They do this every day. Tourists come from all over the world to see these pyramids because they're a world wonder. And again, it was all tracked and traced through my credit card information and online through PayPal and WhatsApp and everything. So anyways, I'm not new to traveling and doing these things. It's what I do, so I was not afraid in any way. But I'm just letting people know who might be afraid to travel alone, who might be afraid to do these things in other countries. It's very safe, and you'll see how beautiful and safe it was in these photos and videos.
They are having a symbol in front of the map called that symbol is represented that they are talking. But they are hanging something. The jaguar and the eagle are hanging something. What is that? Try to use more imagination. They are hanging something.
Anyways, so the bus drive from Cancun Hotel Zone to the Yucatan Peninsula, if you look on a map, you just drive west into the Yucatan Peninsula center, and it is only about a 2-hour drive. It went by really fast because on the bus, they're narrating, the tour guide's narrating, he's showing you stuff out the windows, you know, you're looking at Mexico, and there's a bathroom, again, there's a USB port to charge your phone, there's air conditioning on the bus, they're talking to you. Then going there, there's actually a time difference, which was really strange, of 1 hour, and I didn't know that going into the tour. So we were on the tour, and the tour guide was like, hey, did everybody's phone change the time? Because you know how your cell phone automatically changes the time zone when you switch over, like for instance, going from Michigan to the Pacific Northwest, which is a 3-hour difference. When I went to Seattle, when I got off the plane in Seattle, it's 3 hours earlier there, and it's the same thing in California. It's 3 hours earlier than it is in Michigan. So, but your phone nowadays, your cell phone will automatically switch the time when you go into the time zone. So, but I didn't know there was a different time zone in the pyramids as there was to Cancun, because it's all in the same Yucatan Peninsula, but I guess the line is like right there in between. So going there on the bus, the drive felt really fast because we gained an hour. So, but on the way back in the bus, the 2-hour bus ride felt like it was 3.5 because it's always longer on the way back, and then you lose an hour coming back. So the bus ride back felt way longer, so just know that. But anyway, it was a beautiful tour. They gave us a lot of great information. The benefit of taking a guided tour is, 1, it's safe, especially if you're going alone like I did. 2, they give you a lot of information about the history of the Mayan people, their calendar, their culture, their language. We learned some Mayan words and phrases. It was really cool. I speak enough Spanish to understand. They did the guided tour in English, Spanish, and then they taught us some Mayan. So it was really interesting. So then when you get to the Mayan pyramids, right, you need your passport, you need your ticket, and they go through security like you do in an airport because this is a giant international tourist destination. So you have to be prepared that they are going to go through your bag like they do at customs, airport security. You have to be prepared to show your passport. So you need to bring your passport with you, which is another good reason to take a guided tour because it's safe on the bus. You can leave everything in your bag or you can take it with you. We had a tour guide through the Chichen Itza Mayan tour company, and if you go to their website, it does show you a variety of options. I picked the classic tour, and on the classic tour I was able to get a buffet lunch included at this beautiful tour of Chichen Itza pyramids. And they give us about an hour of historical information about the Mayan calendars and what these buildings architecturally mean. And now we have an hour of free time included. It is the same bus the entire time, so you can leave your belongings on the bus and take pictures and really have that security of having the same bus drivers and the same seats. But you're safe, you know, to bring your passport somewhere like that. And then, so basically the tour itself, it's an all-day deal through the same tour company, right? So this tour ticket I purchased, the classic tour through Chichen Itza's website, was about 70 American dollars, which is like, I don't know, 500 pesos or something like that, right? Because the currency exchange rate's crazy. The peso's not worth nearly as much as the dollar. But anyway, it was about 70 American dollars for the entire guided classic tour without any of the additional umbrellas and drinks and things like that. So basically, this tour is an all-day deal. You leave at 8 o'clock in the morning at the hotel zone where they pick me up, and it's the 2-hour drive there, so you get there at about 10 or 11. They take you to a historical site that's really beautiful with a beautiful garden, where the cenote is, where there's public free bathrooms, where they end up giving you a beautiful lunch buffet that is included with the tour. And when you go to buy the ticket and you see what's all included in the classic tour on the website that I'm gonna have in the description, you'll see this beautiful 3-part video for the Chichen Itza tours. You'll see my beautiful photos and videos. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video for the algorithms. Again, if you comment and like these videos, it refreshes my video at the top of the search count and search page for YouTube, Google. YouTube is a part of Google, so basically YouTube is like a search engine, and people go and search things just like this. And I did that before I went on this tour to Chichen Itza. I searched Chichen Itza tours, Mayan pyramids on YouTube. So when people go to search that, you know, there's a million odd people, well, probably thousands of people on earth who make these videos, right? Travel vloggers, content creators, artists, and photographers like myself. So if you like and subscribe to my channel, if you comment on the videos, the more the video is clicked on, the more the video is touched, liked, and commented on, the more likely it is to refresh this video at the top of the search when people go to search Chichen Itza tours, or the Mayan pyramids, or the cenotes, or whatever the case may be in the Yucatan Peninsula. People will see this video more, and it will get more views, and it will help my channel growth if you like, comment, and subscribe, as well as view. So any help is appreciated, any support is appreciated. I am trying to make a career out of this, of doing what I love, and these are things that I already enjoy and truly love to do. So I appreciate any love and support. The link in the description will be to the Chichen Itza tour company that I purchased my ticket through, with all of the information listed. And there will also, as well, always be a link in the description to my book Testimonials, through Barnes & Noble Self-Publishing House, and now available through 3 Schuler's local independent store locations in Michigan. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your time and energy. Peace, love, and respect to you all. Ciao.